for all different locations. So I'm very excited about that. We have a lot of casting opportunities that are in production. I'm going to touch base on quite a few of them, some that you're specifically here for and others that I'm hoping you would be open to. But before I get started, I just want to make sure all of you are checked in. I do get you checked in based off of the Zoom name that you are logged in with. So I'm going to call out those of you that I do have successfully checked in. If you do not hear your name, I will ask you to go into the Q&A, and then you could message me your full name there. All right. If you don't hear your name being called out, I do not need for you to message me. It means that you are good. All right. The chat section is already disabled, so don't try to message me there. You won't be able to. Okay. So those of you that I have checked in successfully are as follows: Amari, Andre, Anthony, Barry, Brando, Chanel, Connie, Eric, Georgia, Juario, Jashawn, Jennifer, Jose, Joseph, Jocelyn, Justin, Karen, Leo, Michael, Mitchell, Myra, Nia, Naj, Nicole, Pedro, Pia, Selena, Tanisha, Terrence, Tony, Tumane, Yorikia, and Zadula. I also have Enrique. If you did not hear your name being called out, can you please message me in the Q&A section what your full name is? Thank you so much. Sean Jessler, can you please raise your hand? You're logged in under a Zoom user. So I just want to make sure I got you adjusted correctly. Sean Jessler, raise your hand for me, please. And pronouncing it Yorkie. Thank you so much. Tony, you are good. Kaylani, can you please raise your hand? Kaylani, you're logged in under Zoom user. Perfect. Thank you so much. I got you adjusted. You are good. And Sean, I got you adjusted as well. All right, that's all of you. I'm going to go ahead and get started. All right, I'm going to speak for about 15 minutes. I am going to explain the industry. I will explain how we work as a company, how we get you guys connected to castings, and how the clients are conducting them. Majority of your questions will be answered as I go along. If you have questions at the end of the call, I will have you message them to me in the Q&A section. But don't message me as I'm speaking. Well, you can. I'm just not going to read it. So don't think that I'm ignoring you if I don't reply back to you right away. All right. I'm also not going to pay attention to the hand list unless I'm asking you a direct question, which I will throughout the call. And if you do not know where the hand button is, don't go crazy looking for it. They're just overall ideas. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and X out the Q&A. Drill Sergeant Boyd, you're good. You are good. I have you adjusted. Thank you. All right, let's get started. So for those of you that may have just joined us, again, welcome. My name is Sanibel. I am the Senior Director of New Talent Development. I have been a part of this company for going on 15 years. I help inspiring models and actors like yourself get started in the business and help you understand the different divisions of acting and modeling that you may be a good fit for. 9 has been in business for over 20 years. We are a nationwide casting company. We get you the casting opportunities that you're not obviously able to get on your own. And we also help the clients and the casting directors and the producers and the agents find the talent that they want to audition for the characters for their projects. All right, now we have locations in LA, Miami, Chicago, New York, Dallas, and Detroit, Atlanta, DC, Houston, San Francisco, Miami, Michigan, Vancouver, Now your location actually does not matter at all because majority of your auditions are virtually done. You guys could just literally stay at home and do these auditions. You could be at school, you could be in your office. If the client wants to take the next step to book you, majority of the clients will end up paying for your traveling expenses. So do not let the location of the production hinder your decision. You might as well audition and just see where that takes you. Now, we have castings all throughout the United States and even in Canada. So I have individuals on here from all different locations. We also have people here from different shapes and sizes and different age groups. The youngest that we start is 3 to 12. That's our kids division. We have our teens, our young adults, our middle age, and then our older generation. Our oldest currently is in his 80s. And in this industry, you are marketed by the way that you look. So it's not like, for example, if a client wants a 35-year-old, you don't actually have to be 35 years old. You just have to look like you could be, and then you will be connected. So if a client wants an Italian, it does not mean you have to be Italian. You have to look like you are, and then you're connected. Your look gets you the audition. Your personality will book you the job. Remember that. All right. So for those of you that are just starting out and you have no experience whatsoever, you're fine. Again, it's your look that will get you the castings. All right. But out of curiosity, how many of you have never done an audition before? If this is fairly new, please raise your hand. Just want to get an overall idea of what I am working with. Very good. All right, so this is a mix of you. Some have experience and some do not. I'm going to go ahead and lower your hands, okay? I just want an overall idea. Now, if you want to gain experience, you are more than welcome to attend our workshops. We do them 3 times a week. They're optional. Obviously, it's not mandatory, but as a talent, you will be invited to all of them. We do them every Tuesday, every Thursday, and every Saturday. They are all held through Zoom webinars. So very convenient for you, of course, and you will learn a lot about the industry. And every instructor is different, which is my favorite part because you can learn from a lot of different professionals. There's acting improv, monologues, voiceovers, accents and dialects. You decide whether you do or you don't want to attend. They are live, so you could interact with the instructors and ask them general questions. But if you're not able to attend a workshop that you wanted to, because they're also recorded, you will be able to watch it as early as the following day. All right, so that's something that will help boost your confidence. And for those of you that may want experience, this is one way for you to gain. All right, our goal is to get you the castings. That's what we focus on. We are the ones that will be providing you with casting opportunities. And of course, it is up to you to book the jobs, but we will help prep you as much as we can so that you know exactly what to do. Now, we specialize in acting and modeling opportunities. Acting opportunities do not require any height or body type or age. Everybody on the be open for acting. It really comes down to the character. How does the character look? And then that's, of course, when they will determine the type of look that they want to audition. All right, so we have a lot of projects going on right now. Some of my favorite that I pulled, there's Marvel's Thunderbolts, there's Cobra Kai, the final season of Stranger Things, The Walking Dead, Dead City, Outer Banks, Bob Dylan's newest production starring Timothée Chalamet. There are a lot of projects. Obviously, these opportunities are looking for a lot of different roles. So that's why it's open for everyone. All right. If your look is requested for the casting, you will have the opportunity to audition. And I'll explain that in more detail. Out of curiosity for acting, raise your hand if you are open to acting opportunities. And keep it up for me, please. I just want to get an overall idea of what I have. Okay. Some of you are not raising your hands. What's going on? Are you really not here for acting? I find that shocking. Again, if you're here for acting, raise your hand. I do make a note of it, okay? All right. So those of you that are not raising your hands, I have Andre, Anthony, Barry, Chanel, Georgia, Jennifer. Oh, some of you guys are raising your hands after I call out your name. Karen, Sean, Yvonne, and Zadula. All right, you guys are raising your hands after I call you out. That's fine. Some of you, not all. If you don't know where the hand button is, don't go crazy looking for it. It's just overall idea for me. But most of you obviously are on board, so I love that. I'm going to go ahead and lower your hands, okay? I definitely want to explain to you the modeling field. I know that sometimes we automatically just put in our head, hell no, you cannot do modeling because you're not tall enough or young enough or thin enough. Please stop thinking that, because high fashion modeling is the only modeling division that requires a specific height, body type, and age. Print modeling doesn't. And print modeling is 94% of the modeling. It is everything else. These are online ads and magazines, billboards, catalogs, social media, commercials. I want you to at least be open to it. Receive the details, understand the project, and then decide if you want to take the next step or not. All right. Now, projects right now going on for print modeling, there's Gillette Razor. They're looking for men with a scruffy beard. Revlon anti-aging face cream. They're going after a middle-aged woman. Smirnoff, they're targeting the young adults. Sandals Resort, they're going after families of 4. Now, obviously, the target that they are going after makes sense to the product. And that's the whole point of print modeling. The model and the product has to be relatable to the customer. All right. So for those of you that thought modeling isn't for you, you'll lose out on a lot of great opportunities. Just because you're open to it, it doesn't mean that you have to pursue it. It just means that you'll receive the details, and then from there, you could decide if you want to take the next step or not. All right, so on that note, if you are also open to print modeling, if you're open to modeling in general, can you please raise your hands and keep it up? Same thing. Fantastic. Most of you are. More hands are up for modeling than they were for acting. So you guys think I'm going to call you out again, right? Fantastic. Thank you guys so much. I love it. Some of you did not raise your hand for either or. Again, maybe don't know where the hand button is, but overall, you guys are on board. I love that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and lower your hands, okay? Now that you understand more of the different divisions of acting and modeling, I want to now start explaining to you how we will get you the castings. And that's what we focus on. We manage you, we market you, we submit you out to castings and clientele. This is our priority. Every audition that you book, we book. Every audition you do not book, we don't book. We are a team. All right, we provide you with the casting opportunities. We will even prep you so in hopes that you will book the job. Now, we have already built relationships with clients and casting directors and producers and agents for over 20 years. We started this company back in 2003. All right. So every time the client is in need of anybody, they know that we have talent of all different shapes and sizes, all different age groups. We have talent at all different locations. So it's very easy for them to find their entire cast if they need, whether they need 10 people or 1 person. We have all of that within our database. And the way that you will be connected to the casting director for the audition, it's a digital portfolio. That's your resume. Just like in the employment field, obviously, when you're looking for jobs, you send them your employment resume. Same thing in this industry, except we'll be doing the work for you. And your resume is going to have your most recent photos, your updated measurements, and all of your skills. All right. So that is what will build your portfolio. And that is what our castings department will use to get you connected to the clientele. Now, we have 2 different ways that our talent get castings. We have private casting opportunities and we have public casting opportunities. And they're very different pay grade, obviously. A private casting is when your look is requested, your portfolio is selected, and you have the opportunity to audition. All right, these are more featured roles. It's because the client already has a visual of how they want the character to look, and that's why it's called a private casting. It's not open to the public. A public casting They don't require something specific. They're maybe vague with what they're looking for, so that is open to you. I'm going to explain them separately in much more detail so that you understand the difference. All right? First, private. Private castings, I'll just give you an example to make it easier. The client or casting director, they will contact our castings department. They will give us a breakdown of the project, character, and what the character looks like. So let's say the look that they want, men 55 with salt, pepper hair, a little bit more on the heavy set side. Every talent that we have that fit that description, whether it's 10 of them or 40 of them, all of those talents portfolios are now digitally submitted to the client. The client will go decide who they want to select for the audition. So let's say you are one that is selected. Of course, you'll receive an email letting you know you have an audition that they would like to audition you for. This is the role that you'll be auditioning for. This is what the pay would be if you book it, where production is filmed, and if traveling expenses are paid. All of the details are right there in that email. And then on the bottom of that email would be the deadline as to when you could give us an answer by. All right, so you'll go ahead and obviously let us know if you do or you do not want to audition. In most cases, you want to audition. One of our professionals, the same ones that do the workshops, one of those instructors, they will be assigned to prep you privately, one-on-one for that audition that you have scheduled. All right, why do we do that? Again, we're a team. So we do want you to be so prepared so that you book the job, so that we book the job. All right, so that's the way that you are connected to private casting opportunities. Again, only when your look is requested and your portfolio has been selected will you have the opportunity to audition. These are much higher end opportunities. Whenever you have an audition for a private casting, you've already booked the job halfway. The client already selected your portfolio. They know how you look. They know what measurements you are. They just want to audition you. They want to make sure your personality is fitting for the character, and that's it. All right, that's a private casting. Does anybody have questions about that? No? Good, we're on the same page. Public castings, the complete opposite. These are open to you because the client is not looking for something specific. So maybe the client wants people to be in the background, like extras. You as a talent will be able to access them. All you would do is you would log into your 9-9 account. When you click castings, you're going to have a list of castings, anything that does not require something specific. So you're going to see a lot of student films, independent films, backgrounds, opportunities, extras, some low budget productions. They're very vague with what they're looking for. They're very open-minded. So if you come across a project that you're interested in doing, you literally follow the instructions and that's it. They will tell you right there how much the pay would be and where the location is for the production and how many hours you'll be on set for. An average pay is minimum $200 to $300 just for a few hours on set for something like that. So I have talent that do this 2 to 3 times a week, some 2 to 3 times a month. It all depends on your interest and of course your availability, but those castings are always available for you. All right. And the best part about it is because we are nationwide, you will have access to castings all throughout the US and even in Canada if you wanted to go there. And some of you obviously are currently there right now. You just make sure you're selecting the location as to where you are. So it's much easier for you to navigate through those projects. The private castings, the one that we're connecting you to, that's all everywhere because the auditions are most likely virtually done. And majority of the clients will end up paying for your traveling expenses anyway. So do not let the location hinder your decision. Audition and just see where that takes you. Auditions itself take about 15 minutes. It does not take up a lot of your time at all. And because it's virtually done, you have a lot of different days and time frames that you could select. So you should always be able to move things around to make it happen. And if you're not available, that's fine. The client will just select the next person. But that's honestly a rare case scenario because again, you have different days and timeframes to select. So most of our talent move things around. All right. Now, because we're not an agency, we get to submit you out to over 20 different divisions. And that's literally every category. There are music videos, commercials, feature films, editorials, ads, campaigns, print, runway, theater, Broadway, plus size modeling, fit modeling, voiceovers, game shows. There are endless amount of casting opportunities. Be very open-minded, receive the email, understand the project, and then from there decide if you want to take the next step. Now, we right now are going to be getting some of you on board, those of you that are obviously are ready for casting opportunities. I am going to ask you to fill out the registration form. That's the information that I'm going to need to build your portfolio so we can start submitting you out. I'm going to ask you to upload a few photos of yourself. I don't need them to be professional. I just need them to look exactly how you look today. So even if you had to take your phone, snap a photo of yourself and use that to upload, that's okay. It's digital, so I'm sure you will be changing the photos later on, and that's perfectly fine. I'm also going to have you input your measurements. Only put the measurements that you know. If you're unsure of one or a few of them, just keep it blank. Of course, your skills. If you're a good singer, if you're a good dancer, accents that you can do, languages that you could speak, if you could do stunts, if you have bartending experience, I want the clients to be aware of it. It doesn't happen often, but just in case the client wants a look to have that specific skill, that's something that I want to obviously have input into your portfolio. And for those of you that are very interested in voiceovers, that's actually one of my favorites, make sure that you're inputting all of the accents that you could do, because that obviously helps with the voiceovers. All right. And then, of course, your contact information, your email address and phone number that needs to be primary. I will be building your portfolio right now during the call, and I'm going to give you your username and your password. So that's going to give you access to the castings that you could start doing right now. And if you ever needed to upload different photos or change your measurements, you could do that directly on your account. So I'm going to make sure that you have all that information, obviously, before you exit the call. And I will also definitely send you the workshops that we have. We do have one this evening. And then again, every Saturday, Tuesday, and Thursday following that. All right. Now, we're not an agency, so we are not contracted. If you wanted to do this for fun, that's okay. If you want to do it for a few years, that's fine as well. There's no time commitment. We are also non-exclusive. You could be signed with us and you could have outside representation at the same exact time. There's no conflict of interest whatsoever, and we're non-commission or percentage based. So when you are booking the jobs, you get paid $300, you get paid $3,000, that goes straight to you. We don't take any percentage or commission whatsoever. Before, the process was different because you would have had to come to our physical location. We would have gotten you set up in person in the studio. At that time, the one-time setup, it used to be $499 and a monthly of $39.95 to keep it open and active. Now, most of what we do is virtually and digitally done. It's a different lifestyle. So the setup cost is only $99. That is paying for the comm cards and headshots and portfolios that we create for you, the castings that we submit you out to, and the castings that you could submit yourself out to, the private one-on-one training when your auditions are scheduled, and all of the virtual coaching classes that you could attend at least 3 times every week. The monthly of $39.95, that will not start until May, and that's month to month. You could cancel, you could skip, or you could pause that at any time. That's just paying for us to give you everything. It's covering all of your training expenses. We're customizing your portfolio for every audition that we submit you out to. We're constantly submitting you out to opportunities. All right, so what I'm going to do right now, just go ahead and get you guys set up. I am right now going to send you the registration form that I was talking about. If you could all please meet me in the chat section. I just sent you something. Can you raise your hand if you did not receive it? If you did not receive the registration form, please raise your hand. Fantastic. So Jocelyn, I just sent it to you. Everyone else, you guys have it? Go ahead and click on that link. That link will direct you to the new talent sign up. I'm creating your accounts right now during the call. So as soon as you submit the registration form, I am going to send you an email. The email that I'm going to send you, the subject is April virtual workshops. That's giving you the rest of the workshops that we have for this month. And